what's going on with the channel, what we're gonna do, and yeah. Since my move back to Holland, I have to say everything changed quite drastically in my life. There's a lot of stuff that I had to arrange and do, and it takes a lot longer than I expected. And yeah, now I'm back as well. I do feel like there's certain things that I anticipated that I would do, and now I'm like here, and I'm like that motivation isn't there as strong anymore because I feel like now it's like I'm already here, and it clicks in different ways in a very positive way, and yeah, some things just pan out a bit different than I thought they would go to, because I still had the mindset of 10 years living in Hong Kong, and now I'm here. It's like, yeah, actually I don't need to do this, or maybe I don't want to do that. So yeah. Um, Regarding the custom lightsaber installations, those will start. I don't give the ETA anymore because every time I tinker around with some sabers on the workbench, I found more stuff than I need. I need different tools, different screwdrivers, different Allen wrench keys. Um, I need I need a 22 gauge PTFE wiring for NeoPixel setups for the battery holder, the battery, etc. So I just ordered those, also $100. So now I have for hopefully very soon for more than 350 400 US dollar worth of PTFE wiring for NeoPixel setups. Then I need a few cheap spindles of wires for, hey, what's up, Eric? Thanks for tuning in. I need some cheap wiring to actually start um, building test setups, right? And I don't want to use the expensive wire, so I need to purchase those as well. I need to get some wire snippers still. I had one issue that I found out that my desoldering pump station doesn't work, so I need to figure out what's up with that. So I can clean up soldering joints and clean up old soundboards and whatnot. And nice, just chilling. Yeah, same for me. It's raining outside now. It's pretty bad weather. It's hard to see probably, but it's disgusting weather. Anyway, so yeah, the lightsaber building will come. I need a Dremel. I'm gonna start with the Kylo Ren from Core Band, and there's a lot of work on that hilt. Actually, I took it completely apart off camera, and I was a bit boring. And that's also another thing. I need to get a good webcam because the phone solution for live streaming doesn't really work. So I need to get a Logitech Brio webcam, which is easily 200, 250 US dollar for just a stupid webcam, for a good quality webcam, of course. Um, and then yeah, I was tinkering with it, and I just didn't like that core band Graphic so much. It's really funky how they designed it. All the parts are threaded, are not hold in with threads. They hold in with pressure of grub screws. I think it's a really shitty design, honestly. I'm not super happy with it. Oh really, did rain there as well? Nice. That's not bad. I like rain. So yeah, I'm definitely waiting for the core band version. Reviewers Magic, test. How you doing? So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna use the core band as just a test platform to build like different lightsaber setups, different soundboards for testing only that saber, because it's really not a great designed hilt. And then get a hilt from KR Sabers to actually build properly and have a nice solid hilt, which is going to be installed, I believe, the same way as the one from Phoenix Props, but a lot cheaper. Yeah, nice, doing good. Yeah, I'm settled in or settling in here in Holland. Um, in regards to my real life, I will have some job interviews this week. So hopefully I'm into a job very soon. I found a really interesting job. Hopefully they are interesting in getting me on board. So waiting for the second round. So hopefully that will go through well. And then it will be a focus on saving money nonstop for my family to buy a house, because we still live with my mom for half a year to a year. That's a bit unfortunate, but it's just to save up money so we can loan money from the bank to actually, you know, buy a house here. That is the whole plan. So I will be working a lot. I will instead of the 4 days that I set in visualized 4 day working 4 days, take it easy peasy. I'm not gonna focus on getting a house instead. And so I'm gonna work 5 days and do as much overtime as I can, of course paid, and weekend jobs to yeah, save up money. So that will be the main priority. So that will have definitely effect on all the on the lightsabers that I will be reviewing, because all the lightsabers that I will be reviewing will only be coming from commissions that I do for you guys. If that's gonna happen, then it will come from there and not so much from my own pocket at the moment. Just to save the money. I just need to save maximum amount of money. And besides that, yeah, it's just now I'm here as a whole different way of living. So the stress, the pressure, and the fast paced living style that I had in Hong Kong, I don't have here. So now I'm here and much more chill and much more relaxed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna start riding BMX again. I'm just gonna relax and take do everything in my own pace. There's plenty of stuff to do here as well, outdoors and indoors. So collecting lightsabers was in Hong Kong was more like I didn't have anything else to do because it's hot outside. You're just sitting inside all day long. I didn't want to play video games. I wanted to play with stuff, and it was lightsabers. And now I'm here. I have shit tons of things to do, and all the stuff that I can just, yeah, I can do everything. I have a car now. I can drive everywhere, so I have a lot more freedom. And so I don't have the need anymore to focus myself blindly on lightsabers anymore. Like there are a lot more stuff in my life now at this moment. In this point now, moved back to Holland, so that also has some effect where I'm not like be fully focused like on lightsabers only anymore, because I'm now having all this stuff, family stuff, kids, wife, bonding with my wife as well. We're playing World of Warcraft together now every day. So we're up leveling characters together. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a lot of change in my life now. So the focus where I just had like a blind focus on lightsabers only because well, the other things in my life were not. I was not so happy, and I had a lot of stress, and I just wanted to escape, and that focus is a bit gone. I'm hardly on the forums anymore. I'm hardly on the Facebook groups. I'm hardly on YouTube, because I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of other cool stuff to do now in my life. So but of course, I will keep focusing on doing the lightsabers, and I'm very excited on building the lightsabers. More so, actually, now than actually getting my hands on or buying lightsabers that have been pre-built. Just because it's a new chapter in my life, I just want to explore that part of the hobby. And yeah, I have to be honest as well. Like my initial, I was gone for a good half year. I left the hobby for a good half year, came back, and I love it. But now Shamim is gone. I still think, yeah, Shamim also sold off everything. Like he sells everything. He always autographed lightsabers, everything. Like he's getting completely out of that lightsaber slash Star Wars collecting segment. So it just did give me it gives me a bit of an idea. Like, yeah, these lightsabers are absolutely fantastic, but they're cool, expensive trinkets, right? They're really expensive toys. You play with them, and yeah, that just put me with my both feet on the ground instead of like keep spending tons and tons of money on just getting lightsabers to review. I'm just gonna do it through the commissions and just like that, and then no more buying and buying and buying, because honestly I just want to focus on buying a new house for the family now. Priorities changed a bit. Not a lot for lightsabers, and just playing with them, reviewing them, and etc. It's just like priorities, yeah, are set in a certain way. So I will start when I'm ready to do the commissions. um, as you can saw in the last ride video, like it's getting there. It's getting there. We're getting slowly there to actually start. I still need to get a bits and pieces. They're expensive, to be honest. Everything is so expensive. The import fees here are super expensive for stuff from US. So yeah, yeah, man, it's crazy. Even building yourself, like as I said in my last stream, the 22 gauge wires that I just bought. I bought two spindles of 100 feet 22 gates, a PTFE wiring. It sets me down $100 for the two spindles, around $100 including shipping. Then there will be another 20 to 40 euro import fees as well on top of that. So you're looking at wiring, just wiring to start building lightsabers, $140 for just the 22 gauge wires. Those are only used for the batteries, recharge ports, and maybe some other little pieces and bits. And then the rest of the wires are 30 gauge wires, which were more expensive. So yeah, and then of course I need to hit shrink and everything. Woo! Mystery boxes, sound box. Yeah, mystery boxes are a gamble. Ultra Sabers and Saber Force know what they put in there, obviously, and they know how much of everything goes in these boxes and how much strength you will get on a sound saber. It's just gambling with your money. If you're okay with that, then it's cool. I tried it. It was exciting. But yeah, I would never do that again, honestly, because now I'm getting into the space of building my own lightsabers. A, you can save yourself a bit of money. Two, you're gonna build it yourself, so it's gonna have you're gonna have a more closer relationship to that lightsaber, because you actually build that and make it come to life. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do understand the excitement of mystery boxes. It's yeah, you never know, right? It can be a very nice hero or a tier lightsaber or whatever Alta Sabers has. So that can be really cool. But besides that, I tried it. It was cool, but I wouldn't spend my money on it again. I'd rather buy what and then get what I want instead of getting something that I really don't like or it wasn't what I've seen had or it has like a pink blade. Like I don't know. But yeah, I'm also not as active on the forums or the Facebook groups anymore, and I'm kind of happy with that. Um, because I don't know. Honestly, the Facebook groups they're pretty toxic. There's a few people that are just yeah they're just I don't know. They're really bored in their mind, and that's the thing that I noticed as well is for myself when I was in that space of complete focus on lightsabers only, like building complete like collecting, getting them, getting to know all the specs, etc. It's because I didn't have anything else. Like I love lightsabers, but it's not like it's not the main focus that I as a hobby on its own. It's just part of Star Wars and it's really cool. And I was completely bored of my mind. And then you get into those kind of discussions, etc. And because you're so bored, you want to have something. You want to have some drama. You want to have some conflict. You want to have that inner bestiality, our inner beast, our a caveman behavior comes up because we need something. We need to survive. That survival instinct comes up, and then we start to fiddle with people and fight about nonsense about lightsabers or little stupid stuff like which brand is better, Alter Saber, Saber Force. So silver, okay, that's good. That's a really good investment. Yep. Lightsabers are not an investment, guys. That's one thing that's just gonna be the case. 99% of these lightsabers, unless they're official licensed lightsabers, they're gonna be worth not much. The soundboard's getting outdated and blah 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 blah. Technology outdated. The hill design getting improved and changed. It is what it is. It's a money sink. It's a lovely money sink, but it's a money sink. Um, but yeah, I was so focused on that whole thing, and now I'm now here, and like I have so much other things that I can do, and I'm busy with and enjoying. Oh, you hear my little son running away in his baby chair. Then I'm like, I don't miss it. I don't miss the constant discussions and crying and dramas in the lightsaber community because it really doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just the people that are so completely locked into it because for whatever reason in their life they're just locked into it because of misery or unhappy or like me, just no real life friends to hang out with like I had in Hong Kong. That you get into that kind of stuff. You get like focus. You get one focus point and you get obsessed with it. And yeah, 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 exactly. Like the scalping and all that stuff. And there's people out there that actually spend like $500 on that black kyber plastic crystal thingy, which is absolutely insane if you ask me. But that's just the nature of people getting so crazy. Like I need to have that, and it's gonna be completely useless because Disney can decide to make 10,000 more of those black crystals, and it's gonna be useless, or even sell it at some point, which you see with so many things. Like we play World of Warcraft, me and my wife, and like a special mount that you can buy for 25 euro, and it's only available for a month, or like Fortnite, a skin. And then half year, 1 year later, that skin comes back, like that skeleton skin they had, and everybody was like buying accounts to get that skin for a few hundred US dollar, and then suddenly they released that skin again for everybody to buy. It's just, I mean, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm now gonna set my priorities on buying a house. That is just something I really want to set my eyes to, and for my family and for myself. And yeah, put the hobbies on the lower edge. That's why I go ride BMX again, because buying BMX doesn't cost much. You just get the BMX, you maintain the parts, and yeah, um, it's relatively inexpensive, and you every day can play, and um, it's just healthy, and yeah, yeah, exactly. And the lightsabers I will keep doing, of course. I will keep buying lightsabers, but I will be very picky about which one buy. I'm not gonna buy lightsabers just for reviewing anymore, because yeah, I just don't want to. I just cannot afford to spend that money when I could spend that money on saving for buying a house. So that's an easy choice at this time frame in my life. And I think people like Shamim have the same. Now they're getting a girlfriend. They want to settle in. They want to get a house together, and they're just like, yeah, lightsabers are really cool, but they're like thousands and thousands of dollars on your shelves. They're just collecting dust at some point. You cannot, we're not a general grievous. We don't have four hands, so we can hold four lightsabers at the same time. So I'm gonna focus on a couple of lightsabers, the Kylo Ren lightsabers. I'm gonna build up a small collection of all the Kylo Ren custom lightsaber makers, so Corband, KR sabers, and Phoenix props. Get those three, the holy trinity of Corband movie props, and if there more comes out, then I will collect those and just put them on the shelf, and that's it, just empty. And then one or two will be installed. So I want to have one hero that's installed from Luke Skywalker, and one Corband that's installed, and that's just the play sabers, and that's it. And then the rest that I will buy maybe from time to time will be just empty hills that I install and then sell once it's installed with NeoPixel setup. And the rest will come just from people that want to have done a commission with me over time when they see my portfolio and the work that I can do, and if they like that, of course. That's where then the review comes from. If they purchase, let's say, a Sidious lightsaber or whatever lightsaber, then I will take the opportunity to review that as well. And also because I'm almost 120 different lightsaber reviews in, having handled over 120 different lightsabers, um, give you a bit of perspective as well. It's like, yeah, it's really cool having reviewed all these lightsabers, but at some point, it just becomes a bit of the excitement goes off a little bit. Like it's already it's the third hero lightsaber that you review, of the third this one, or this version is already number is 4 or something, and then it becomes a bit like, yeah, it's a bit different. They do it a bit so a little bit different quality, and then yeah, put it on the internet because yeah. Oh my god! Let me get my small git, and then we're gonna sit here together. 1 second. Hey, let's go. We're gonna be on the TV. Wow, we're gonna be famous. Ah, famous. Woo, hello. Hello. People don't realize how much money and time it takes to do some of those crazy custom sabers. There, not really room for profit in the end. Absolutely no. The more I work with it, the more I realize that there's absolutely little to no room for profits. It's just very time consuming. It's very hello. It's very time consuming, and yeah, if you want to make good profits, then you have to ask like $1,000 or something like that for the commission and all the time that you're going to spend to basically cover the man hours and the cost that you're going to make and yeah, put into it. So it's definitely more of a charity, with some money to compensate for the cost you make in purchasing the wiring, the resistors, the heat shrink, the maintenance of the soldering iron and the soldering stuff. That is more what you will cover with that, and the rest is just for fun. So I do realize that, and now I'm also like, yeah, if that's fun, that's the hobby on its own, and that's what I'm gonna focus more on than buying complete lightsabers, and then you have to think about complete Vader's Vault lightsabers or complete saber Fort sabers or ultra sabers that has been pre-installed by set companies, because I feel like I can do it a bit cheaper or sometimes a lot more cheaper, and I have the satisfaction of doing the lightsabers myself. So he's like, "Why are you talking? To who are you talking?" He's confused. Um, so yeah, yeah. I think that that's just a bit of a natural transition if you're in the hobby and you do getting longer into it. And besides that, as I said, I've done quite a bit of lightsaber reviews now. Um, that I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I don't need to buy a new lightsaber every month anymore, just to get the satisfaction of making review videos and making those on its own, just for the reviews and the views and the comments, instead of just do what I like. And I'm definitely not gonna quit collecting lightsabers. I'm definitely not gonna quit the Star Wars fandom. Or it's just the focus financially is going mainly to the house, and I'm already quite satisfied with what I've had in my hands and reviewed and played with. That I can just take it on my own pace and let the reviews come from commissions versus me chiming out a lot of money every time. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's just a fun hobby, and I mean, I think what happened is a lot of the people in this hobby, they're not fully going to grow out of it. They really gonna love lightsabers on the long term, but I don't think on the long term they will keep spending a lot of money like they do now in the last few years. They had a period where they spend a lot of money in this hobby, and they're gonna phase out from that. And that's why I think Shamim is symbolizing that a bit, because I do feel we're a bit on the slower edge again of the lightsabers, the lightsabers that come out, the lightsabers that the people in the hobby. It's just summer holiday, of course, but in general, I think as well, it becomes a bit more quiet, like yesterday, like yesterday, last year. It just dies out a bit more. Like the big majority of people are, no, they're fading away to different interests and different things in their life. So they still like lightsabers, but it's not like their prime focus anymore of the main hobby. And it's just a natural thing, and I think that's perfectly fine. Um, but yeah, I mean, the Smooth Swing is out for a while now. We have NeoPixel for a longer while now. We get some new soundboards, which is amazing, of course. But yeah, yeah, it's good. It's stable. It's stable, and yeah. Um, yeah, definitely cheaper. Definitely, like doing the commissions myself. I'm comparing the prices to other lightsaber manufacturers. It's a way cheaper, but I just, let's say, take a Vader's Vault for example, but you also have to think about it. They have full-time staff. They have to maintain an office space, the tools and investments for new products, investments for new tools or maintenance of tools. They have their own lives to care for. So of course those costs need to be compensated. Vader's Vault, the prices are very fair if you distract all the costs. But if you install lightsabers yourself, then you can get the same results in terms of wiring, etc., etc., because they also use core band kits, etc. So to say that they use higher quality hilts, that is a mixed answer, I would say. Then you get more or less the exact same result minus the Delrin chassis. That's the only thing that Vader's Vault has. But instead of, you could use a 3D printed chassis, um, which I think is okay. Um, but yeah, you can get the same results basically, and the quality if you're good, as Vader's Vault and other companies for a lot less money. Not all companies, because there's companies out there like the Pack Store, Wonder Force, they Ultimate Works, they can do it for the same price, because they they can do it even cheaper overseas in China, and they can get the parts a lot cheaper than we can do, and they have yeah, they have people available that can work for very cheap to install. So um, the prices for some of these brands will come down, are significant lower than, for example, Vader's Vault. But yeah, you need to look where you want to spend your money. But if you do it yourself, yeah, and you want something of the Vader's full quality, then you can save yourself a lot of money. But don't think it's gonna be an easy road, and don't think it's just gonna be cheap, because you still invest quite a shit ton of money on getting all the tools and all the stuff before you even start building your own lightsaber. Because I'm in that phase now. Yes, I could start with a $10 soldering iron and some cheap wires and blah 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 blah. For $50, I could already start wiring up lightsabers. But I don't think I would get the results that I really want, and the quality that I have foreseen and seen from Vader's Vault, etc. That's the quality I have in mind that I want to output myself as well. And if you want to do that, then yeah, you're looking at a much more money spending to get all the right tools and do that in the proper way. If you do a Sid 2.0, I'll be very interested, or a Vader type of saber. Yeah, I was almost buying a Vader saber, the DV6, but unfortunately that person cheated me or scanned me, and um, yeah, I didn't get it. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh my gosh, you don't like it? Uh-oh. I think the live stream is gonna end very soon. He doesn't like it. Oh gosh, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. I'm gonna put him in a box. Say bye bye. Bye bye. So I'm gonna put him in this box, and then I will be back very soon. I'm better off letting someone else build mine. I burn myself with the solder iron sometimes. Yeah, hurts. I experience that as well. The new soldering iron I have can go very high in temperature, so I definitely don't want to burn myself, because that's probably gonna burn all the skin away and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna put this little monster in his bed, because he gets his baby teeth coming out, so he's a bit naughty. Beep beep. Say bye bye. Say doo dooey. Bye bye. Sorry guys. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.